What is going on, you savages? Hold up. My bad. Wrong game. Let me try that again. What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy. And you can tell I've been playing way too much King of Fighters, but I can't, man, because it's so freaking awesome. So check it out, boys. Out of nowhere, a new sneak peek for Marvel Future Fight. What? Yeah, so we got to talk about this because none of us were expecting any kind of sneak peek for Marvel Future Fight for, I don't know, maybe the next week and a half, considering the fact that there is not going to be an update in December, okay? So for any of you guys who are out there thinking, okay, new sneak peek, Lady Deadpool, Gwenpool holiday teaser, another mutant update, there's gonna be a December update. No, we already have confirmation that is actually not going to be the case. All you have to do is just go and look at the post that they made previously a couple of days ago. You can see for yourself, exclusive opportunity for star agents to experience the January update first. They wouldn't be advertising the January update, right, if there was actually going to be a December update. Doesn't make sense. They wouldn't be putting this out 2 months in advance, okay? So keep that in mind. Let's actually jump back over to the post that they made a couple hours ago, right? Because this thing is actually quite shocking. Honestly, I was kind of hoping for something big to close out the year, simply because of the fact that last year we got two tier 3 characters, two characters that are still relevant today, right, in Sharon Rogers and Luna Snow, to close out 2018, bring us into 2019 with a bang. And many people were thinking, okay, you know what, we could actually see a repeat of that this year. But many of us, right, myself included, we didn't see that happening, simply because the reason why that happened is because Luna Snow and Sharon Rogers are linked to each other. They're sisters, if you will. And Luna Snow had a single that came out the month that she got her tier 3. Not to mention, Luna Snow is a winter type character, a cold type character, so she fits the season. All of us just figured that was just perfect timing. Everything just lined up perfectly for them to give her her tier 3. However, Lady Deadpool slash Gwenpool holiday teaser. What the heck does this mean? We already have people saying it could possibly mean that Gwenpool is getting a uniform or tier 3 or both. Now, if you know anything about me, you know I love anything related to Deadpool, and this is just another opportunity for Deadpool in whatever shape or form, right, to steal the show. So I'm all for it, right? A little bit more to hold us over until the January update hits. Let me know how you guys are feeling. We're going to check out this post here from CM Fragment. I'm going to give you guys the remainder of my thoughts, but I'm very excited to see how this turns out, even though, like I said, it is not going to be a full-on update, and I don't even think this is going to have anything at all to do with the next update. In addition to that, I already see people getting really upset saying another mutant update, scrap the cap, all that good stuff. Gwenpool, who's here, right, is not a mutant, so Phoenix Feather, Mcron Crystals, Mcron Shard doesn't affect her at all. So if she's getting tier 3, she has absolutely nothing to do with the cap or anything of that like form, right? Same goes for Lady Deadpool, because many of us already have Deadpool at tier 3. Okay, cool. You don't have Deadpool at tier 3. The cap kind of affects you. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, I don't see Deadpool getting another buff, whether it's Lady Deadpool or just Deadpool. I think at the most, we're going to see like an event, right, related to Deadpool in some way, shape, or form. I don't see Deadpool getting another buff like 3 times in a year. Come on, like, I know Deadpool makes the Future Fight team a lot of money, and they probably have to pay a lot of fees to keep him in the game, right? So any opportunity to sell us something regarding to Deadpool to make some of that money back, I can definitely understand why they push Deadpool so heavily, because he's a fan favorite. That's gonna just make them a lot of cash to pay off whatever else they owe for using the character in the game. At the end of the day, it's a business, and I definitely understand that approach. So the message goes, greetings agents, this is CM Fragment of the Marvel Future Fight team. Shield has given me a special mission for the upcoming holidays. It involves handing out gifts to the characters, right? This is actually very important because right here it says it involves handing out gifts to the characters. Generally, when we get events, it's to give stuff to the agents, the players, to us, right? So this is actually an interesting event because it has to do with all of the characters in the game, presumably, right? And not necessarily us. So when I seen this post originally, I was like, okay, this is probably just gonna be like a token event where, you know, they just give you some trivial stuff to do, like clear world boss one time or participate in world boss one time. You get these tokens and they give you some tier 3 mats or like whatever else that they usually have in the token shop, right? That's how I read this. However, it might be something different because it has to do with the characters, and that has me very excited. Any opportunity to use more of my roster for stuff, I welcome it. But at the end of the day, Marvel Future Fight appeals to the lowest common denominator, like the weakest, newest players, right? They basically shape the game and mold it around those players. So I don't expect it to be anything challenging, unfortunately, so I'm not getting too excited. But nonetheless, anything new that I can do with my characters in the game after all this time, I welcome it, and hopefully it's something crafty that can bring me some hours of joy at the very least, because it is the season, right? So it says, among these gifts are 2 gift boxes that have been requested several times to be delivered safely. Very interesting. Okay, the packaging of the gifts make them look very different. And then we have this small trailer right here, which again is just an opportunity for Deadpool to flex because he's all over the goddamn trailer. Gotta love it, man. So first and foremost, we have a rocket launcher. In case you didn't know, it's Gwenpool's rocket launcher, right? Clear as day, and you'll see why. The pink, just it's a telltale sign. And then we have the green box with Deadpool all over it. That's presumably Lady Deadpool's gift, right? Very interesting. And honestly, I think this has to be something important for them to go through all this, right? To create a trailer, a teaser, if you will, right? It definitely tells me that this is going to be more than just your regular token event. So that has me very excited, and I hope it is something that is really awesome for the player base to end off the year. Now, the remainder of the message goes, I hope that you will like the gifts I've prepared. The gifts and the identity of the main character will be revealed soon. Stay tuned. Thank you. We already know it's Lady Deadpool and Gwenpool. They said it in the title, and it's all over this trailer. The only thing we need to see now is what this event is like, whether it's a new game mode, is some type of challenge. I don't think it's going to be anything major, right? But at the end of the day, it could, because I think all of this is planned, and it's just in addition to 4.6. So this could have been something that they meant to roll out from the get-go, and it's not something last minute. So it could be as big as a new game mode, but I don't want to get people fired up, because if they haven't squashed all the bugs that's been in the game for like 3 weeks, I highly doubt it's going to be something like game changing. Like, for God's sakes, we've been asking for them to fix tier 3 Apocalypse's skill, right? And that's part of the reason why I'm not really in a super rush to get Apocalypse to tier 3, because seeing my game freeze and lag, like, no. Anyways, that's the topic for a whole nother video. I'll catch you guys up to speed on what's going on with Apocalypse there. So first and foremost, Gwenpool. Very, very excited for Gwenpool to get touched after all this time. The last uniform that she got, right, didn't really do too much for her. She basically just changed positions, took off her mask, and that was the end of it. I think she's a unique character. She's fun to play, but she definitely could use a big bump in power and in survivability to keep up with the other pool in the game right now. That would be dope. Now, I know she's just a wacky character, and some of you guys are gonna say there's no way she should come anywhere close to Deadpool because she doesn't actually have any superpowers, but I think she definitely deserves to be more than just like a Shadowland character, because she's related to Deadpool in some way, shape, or form, and that just makes me very happy to have multiple versions of Deadpool in the game that I can play with. I would like to see Venompool and all of the other Deadpool-related characters at some point in the future, but since we have Gwenpool now, and many people were very, very excited at the thought that Lady Deadpool was going to be in the game, and many people wanted it, if nothing else, to be a uniform. They wanted this Deadpool uniform to actually be a uniform for Gwenpool because they wanted to keep Wade as a male. Many people don't like the fact that the X-Force uniform is being overshadowed by the Lady Deadpool. Understandable, to each his own. Many people, even though like Gwenpool is a completely different character from Deadpool, right? Many people just wanted the Lady Deadpool uniform to go to Gwenpool, and it could have like worked. They're blondes, they're females. It could have worked, right? But it didn't happen. Apparently, they had other plans, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see what they actually do for Gwenpool. Hopefully, they're not just throwing her name in the mix just to build hype, and they're actually, yo, Prez, I'll hit you with an invite when I can, right? To actually do something for the character. I hope they're actually going to do something for the character to make her like memorable after the fact, right? Please don't just bring her up in the mix and be like, okay, it's a Gwenpool holiday event, right? We're putting her all over this trailer, but that's it, right? After this like little trailer, she's back to being just a Shadowland character that we don't care about for the next 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 months, right? So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what this all turns out to be. Like I said, I would like it if she became a more worthwhile character for more than just some Shadowland. I would like to take her in some high-level world boss, maybe some PvP, because she has a decent kit overall. She has 3 partial iframes, but the thing is, these animations are too slow. There's too much of a startup time, right? So because of that, she actually gets punished and you can't really use her in top tier content, and she needs some more effects, right? She has a couple stuns. I think actually just 1 stun, right? I think it's on her 1 skill. It's probably not even listed here, right? But at the end, actually, yeah, it's on her 5th, but I think there's another one on her 1 skill that's not listed, right? But overall, she has a decent kit for a character that is as old as she is, right? She has healing, 3 partial iframes, and some crowd control built in as well. But as the game has progressed, this is not good enough to keep up with where we are today. So should be interesting to see if this is just like another trailer to build hype for a character and that's it. Hope they don't just give her potential, right? I absolutely despise that. I know some of you guys actually like when they give characters potential and like, yeah, nothing else, because then later on in the future, you already have their potential like unlocked for when they get tier 3 and all that stuff. But I personally don't believe in like giving a character's potential, like just so people can invest into them for them to still just be doing the same thing they were doing before. No, if you're gonna give them potential, rework them, buff them, something. Right, that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, boys, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this holiday event. Let me know what you think it's gonna be. At the end of the day, I think it's gonna be lit. Hopefully it's something fun and rewarding, because we need that balance. I'm out. Peace.